So welcome back guys to another video, and today's yet another episode of games I've been playing. This is episode 16, and I have to admit, while I was doing the last episode, I was already playing games behind the scenes, and I was like, man, I got another video to make. And this is honestly one of my favorite segments on the channel because it gives me a chance to talk about a wide plethora of various games and various genres and various platforms and give my overall first impressions, maybe mini reviews. And when you walk away, you have something new to play. And maybe if you've played some of the games I've talked about, we can converse about it in the comments below. So there's an overall theme to this video, and that is expanding my horizons, because there are a lot of games we'll be talking about in this video that normally I wouldn't play. And I decided to go out of my comfort zone and try some of these games out, and I'm so glad I did. The first game I want to talk about is Game of the Year worthy. This game, it blew my mind. I saw previews of it on the Nintendo Direct, and I was like, oh, okay. But it wasn't until I listened to Axe of the Blood God podcast, the official US gamer podcast with Nadia Oxford and Kat Bailey. They made a whole episode talking about Hades. And I went ahead and I listened to that podcast, and they convinced me. They were like good car salesmen. I'm like, okay, I need to go and play this game. And I'm so glad I did. And normally I wouldn't play a game like this because it's a roguelite. I don't play a whole lot of those games. I don't hate them, but I just don't play them a lot. But this one right here, what I really like about it is Supergiant Games took a lot of love to this title. The graphics are just so colorful, yet so atmospheric, and it hones in on the Greek mythology with gods and goddesses. You're playing as the son of Hades, and you're trying to make your way out of the realm of Hades and up to Mount Olympus. And one of the things I really like about the game, and I'll get into the gameplay, is the dialogue. The dialogue is so witty. It has such a dry sense of humor between the gods and goddesses and your hero you're playing as. And nothing gets old. I have to stress that. There's so much dialogue in this game that I never ran into the same thing. I mean, we see that a lot in games where NPCs or characters will start repeating themselves. I've been playing this game for like 5 to 6 hours. I haven't encountered it yet. So that's something I really like. And, you know, yes, this is a tough game. You know, when you die, you do level up. You do hold your stats from your previous play to expand. It's no permadeath, which I really enjoy that compared to other roguelikes. And it doesn't punish you. It knows you're going to die. You're going to die. The story's going to expand, and you're going to keep going through these dungeons and slaying monsters and getting loot and stats and keys and upgrading your weapon. I would sit here and play this game for like 2 or 3 hours at a time, and I'm just like, man, this is so good. And normally, games like that would start frustrating me, and I would just put it down and end up playing something else. But it made me want to get better. It made me want to keep pushing, and I cannot recommend this game enough. And I honestly have to say, this is easily a Game of the Year contender. So, again, expanding my horizons. This is a free-to-play game, and it's a mobile game. And, you know, this is a game that I wouldn't recommend for everybody. I don't think it's for everyone, but it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Madness. I don't know what it is about this game, but it got me hooked. It got me addicted. And, you know, gameplay-wise, it's very, you know, automatic. You know, you got your little teams, and you fight, and you level up, and you go to the next stage, you expand the story, which isn't anything, you know, that great. But I think what it was nostalgia really made me love this game. Because I grew up watching the Ninja Turtles, and I enjoyed the 80s cartoon, and there's a lot of love for that era of Ninja Turtles. And most importantly, I got addicted to just unlocking characters. It almost felt like, you know, buying baseball cards or something and getting that little stack that you don't know is underneath that foil and peeling it back and be like, oh man, I got this, I got that. I mean, I enjoyed, you know, unlocking Casey Jones and Slash and Shredder and Bebop and Rocksteady and Baxter Stockman. I really did enjoy that. I've been playing it for, you know, a couple of days now. I mean, it's one of those games that I pick up and play for a little while and put it back down. It's free to play. Of course, there are microtransactions, but I'm not going to spend any money on it. I like this game, but I don't like it that much. Now, another free game I want to talk about really threw me for a loop. I was not expecting this game to be so good. It had a lot of controversy when it first came out because it borrowed or maybe copied very heavily on Breath of the Wild. And of course, I'm talking about Genshin Impact. Now, this is a you know, action RPG, and yes, it does have a lot of similarities and aesthetics that you would see with Breath of the Wild, you know, with the climbing and the wind gliding and, you know, unlocking, you know, temples or viewpoints in this expansive world. And you can cook, but really that's about it. This game has its own life, it has its own identity, and you know, I remember seeing all the controversy, folks, you know, breaking their PS4s and flipping off Sony, and I thought it was all kind of silly, but I had no expectations of the game. I was like, you know, I don't even know if I want to play it because I originally thought this game would be, you know, a $40 retail or $20 indie digital title, and I didn't feel like playing it, but it's free to play, and it's cross-play. Now, I do have to say, it plays cross-play on mobile devices and PC. If you're playing it on PS4, unfortunately, you can only do online co-op with folks on PS4. You can't, you know, join the rest of the folks. But the fact that I can play this game on my PC, and then I can play it on my phone, then I can go back to the PC, is something I really enjoy. And I haven't played that much of it. I haven't gotten to the whole gacha mechanic because there are microtransactions, but from what I hear, it's not pushy. It's not a pushy gacha mechanic. It's more like, you know, oh, you know, here you got some orbs, you want to unlock a new character, you know, you want to do that. And that's the thing, the way this game plays isn't like Breath of the Wild. The way you change characters, it almost makes you think of the East series, if you've played East 7 or 8, because you can play as one character and switch between another character right there. And every character has their own elemental power, every character has their own weapon, and, you know, the story itself, I mean, you start off as twins that were just, you know, going to different worlds and exploring, or then you go to this one world and one of your twins gets captured and you're trying to get that twin back. That's all I really got from it. But I haven't played that much of it. I know folks that have played 10 hours plus and more, and I will say that it's free. Try it out. If you're a big action RPG fan, play it. Try it out. This game does not deserve to be so awesome for a free title. It boggles my mind. It absolutely blew my mind with it. Now, celebrating the 35th anniversary of Super Mario, Nintendo came out with a game on October 2nd called Super Mario 35. It's a Battle Royale Super Mario game. And I have to admit, I don't play a whole lot of Battle Royales, but I do play a lot of Mario. So I definitely want to check it out. And, you know, I thought it was going to be something kind of fun. I play a little bit, put down. My girlfriend, she ended up downloading it too, because when I first mentioned to her, oh, Super Mario 35 came out today. She's like, oh, okay, that's cool. But she saw me downloading it. She's like, oh, I want that. So she grabbed her Switch Lite and downloaded it, and we are hooked. This is such a fun game. Okay, since it is a Battle Royale, you're going through random stages of Super Mario Brothers, the original, and you're battling 35 people at the same time online, and they can attack you, and you can attack them. with the characters that you kill. You like, say I step on a bunch of Goombas, I can send those Goombas to someone who has more coins than me, or if somebody has more time than I do, or lower time. That is really cool. And you know, to pretty much the mechanic with it is every character that you kill, like every Goomba and Koopa, you get an extra couple seconds to your time. Coins, you can bank them, about 20 coins. You get various power-ups from like the POW box to the star to the flower, mushroom. But overall, I mean, it is really, really fun. And it goes by so fast. Now, I do have to admit, not once, but twice, I got #1 in Super Mario 35, and you think, you know, just getting a 1 rank, but all right, that was fun, I'm going to put it down. But no, I want to keep playing. I want to keep playing this game. This game is so freaking awesome, and it's free if you have the Nintendo Online service. Now, this is a why did I buy this kind of moment. I think all of us have had it. It's not really that much of a gaming regret, but it's kind of like, I really didn't need to buy this game because I could emulate it on a PlayStation 1 emulator and have the same experience. But for some reason, Konami announced that they were releasing all these Metal Gear games on GOG, Good Old Games, and I was like, all right, I gotta buy Metal Gear Solid. So I bought Metal Gear Solid on GOG, and I mean, it's Metal Gear Solid. What do you expect? I mean, it's good. It looks wonderful. I absolutely love Metal Gear Solid. It's one of my favorite games on the PlayStation 1. To me, it's a groundbreaking game when it comes to that cinematic experience and gameplay and writing and art style from Kojima. It's a game that, you know, even if you're not a big Kojima fan, I mean, some people are like, almost like, they think he's a god. They're like, man, Kojima can do no wrong. Even if you're not one of those kind of people, you have some appreciation for Metal Gear Solid. It's just such a masterpiece. And I spent $10 and got it, and I played it, and I had it hooked up to my TV with my PS4 controller. I was like, man, I could be playing this on the Pi. I didn't have to spend $10, but I think what it was is, deep down, I kind of wanted to show Konami that there are fans out there who want more. You know, that's the thing. I mean, a lot of people will complain about Konami, but they won't support anything that Konami puts out. So Konami is not doing that much. So with the gaming side of the industry, so I definitely wanted to get it. I enjoy it so far, and I'm really curious about my fight with Psycho Mantis, because we all know when you fight Psycho Mantis, you have to plug the controller in the second port. Of course, I'm playing a wireless controller, so how do I do that? I have to go and play on the keyboard and mouse when I battle Psycho Mantis. So I'm kind of nervous about that. I don't know if I'm going to get that far, but I'll let you guys know on a podcast, or let you guys know in a follow-up Games I've Been Playing episode how that went. So anyway, guys, those are some games I've been playing recently. What have you been playing? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear some of your thoughts. And if I mentioned some games that you've played already, let's talk about it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, but also hit that bell so you're notified on all future videos that come out on this channel. Anyway, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And as always, happy gaming.